up, SVSers? Oh, what's up, SVSers? Nick here, and we. Oh, wait. Let's get some sound.
We may or may not be live.
We got our countdown here. Countdown.
Oh, there we go. So countdown first. Are we having a blooper? It says we're live on 2.
The one is not counting down.
Yep, one's counting down.
No, one's stuck at 21. What's up, SVSers? We are here at one of the finest retail establishments in the entire world, Nebraska Furniture Mart in Dallas, Texas. That would be the Larry's hometown. And Larry, we're going to take a little bit of tour of the store before our Sound Revolution Experience event kicks off. But before we do that, 2 giveaways tonight, pair of Prime Bookshelf speakers and an SB-1000 Pro Subwoofer with a SoundPath Subwoofer Cable. We will announce those winners at the end of our stream here. All you got to do to be eligible is leave a comment. 1 comment gets you 1 entry. Don't get a million entries with a million comments, but keep the questions and comments coming in. I can't read them because I'm doing this on a phone, so I can't see your comments, but consider yourselves and have some good conversations while we're having our broadcast here. So Larry, why don't you take it away from Nebraska Furniture Mart?
Welcome, everybody. It's nice to not be traveling, but I'm still traveling because I'm hanging out with these guys out here. And we are at NFM in the Colony. So depending on who you're talking to, they don't really like you saying Dallas, but we just kind of wanted to give you an overview of what this store is like. We're not going to do, no, just keep the camera that way. I'm trying to get out of the way. To just see what this place is. And this is just like 1/8 of the store in the bottom floor. And there's a whole upstairs with furniture and bedding and mattresses and all.
100 acres, am I right? It's 100 acres? That's what I was heard quoted the other day.
It's like 8 billion square feet. It is a massive store. There's a whole entertainment complex back there. Nick, Ken, and I went and played at Pop Stroke last night. Oh, wait, we didn't. Just kidding. But there's a cool mini golf and all kinds of fun stuff over there, and theater and go-karts.
Speakeasy.
Yes, and a speakeasy and some great restaurants. So this whole area is just a place you can come and spend a day. But you can see right now we're kind of in the small and portable audio section and appliances, and we're going to kind of take a route through toys, everything you need for your home outside. Well, they sell toilets now too, I was told. But everything you need basically outside of lumber. So where you would go to Home Depot and IKEA and other retailers, you can just come here for all of it. And they have the best pricing you'll find too. I think I'm doing okay walking backwards. So
yeah, it's not a super crowded night, so you can see all the great toy section. Something for literally everyone in the family. Electronics.
It's a Jack Black action figure. It's on clearance for $987.
Wow, that is
Does he
steal.
talk or anything? He doesn't talk. So, $497 for a smaller minifig, but headphones and all that stuff too. And if you have ADD, this is the store for you. But laptops, computers, gaming, all of that. Some really cool gaming rigs over here that I was checking out yesterday. But we're here tonight for home theater. So we're going to head back towards their TV and audio department in a minute.
After I
see everything that they've got.
After I play some classic Pac-Man.
And it's all experiences where you can come in and get your hands on everything and listen to stuff and play things.
Oh, I might need one of those my setup for the next happy hour.
I've got a blue mic. That's what you guys hear me on. And you can see everything that they've got. Curved, computer monitor. It's just spring. And
then now it's all back to go.
Super cool stuff.
Yep.
In the gaming section as well with PlayStations and the Xboxes and the
VR headset.
Yeah, the switches and those kind of things. This is where I got my appliances too, so you come in and get appliances.
Get a little safety zone.
It was Dance Dance Revolution, but nope, that's your VR fighting area. So we'll go back this way.
See your dishwashers, appliances there.
Huge section of appliances. Home security, home automation, all of that. They've got the DIY stuff. They've got the custom stuff. They can come out and do for you. TVs ranging from.
Oh, we didn't get to hit the gaming area real quick. All right, well, we'll circle back.
Yeah. But they've started getting more into outdoor and grills, power tools and stuff. It really is. I tell people, if you've ever been in a conversation with me about retail, I say this is probably the single best retail execution in the United States here is NFM Dallas. It's, everything, once again, going back, is experiential. So they just opened in the last few months this Dolby room, which is all about Dolby Vision, Dolby Surround, Dolby Video, audio, all of that. So it's a pretty cool setup in there. Some different screens and surround sound system. This is back where we're going to do our 2-channel experience tonight. So back here, Ken is going to be running the the Ultra Evolution. You probably want to take a peek in there real quick. You see they do a Dolby system in here showing ceiling speakers, showing some other brands, sound bars, video. It's all about just what Dolby Atmos and Dolby Vision mean. This is brand new, so I'm still trying to figure out everything they're doing in this room, but it's all interactive where you can touch things and learn stuff. And then here, this is their performance audio room. And this is where Ken, our director of sales, is going to be playing the Ultra Evolution Pinnacles off of a really nice Class A rack, doing different streaming options and stuff, with co-buzz, and just playing songs that we like, taking requests all night too.
You know, and it's kind of amazing. You got this store with appliances and toys, and yet you have a true hi-fi room that has bass traps, diffusers. They have ceiling diffusers as well. Like, they've really done everything to appoint this in a way that makes it a legitimate hi-fi experience. Like, this is what you would find in a real hi-fi store.
Absolutely.
And they built it within this massive retail setting here that has everything else under the kitchen sink as well.
Theaters in here too. They have great designers here. Some of these guys I've known for 20 years.
Leave that.
Really do.
Might be an in-wall subwoofer we know.
Not one of ours, but it's definitely another one.
Good fool.
But this whole room is a custom room where they can show three different systems in here from 3 different brands, showing you what different levels of in-wall, in-ceiling options they have. And then a custom rack where they can actually wheel it out and show you the wires and stuff look like. And they have tons of furniture options too.
And even little things like this where they have, you know, stickers on the. Oh, we are? Okay.
Yeah, we're taking way too long. So
Sorry. I mean, I could get lost.
Yeah, this store is huge. It's no joke. It's over 500,000 square feet. So we're gonna go this way. See this huge TV department,
Yeah.
and then a massive audio department. I don't think there's an audio department this large anywhere in the country.
We're going to just zoom by. So, you know, there's your rack wall there with
This
all the AV shots.
attainable in their audio. And then it just gets progressively to the more higher performance stuff.
There's an SVS.
Our Prime series over here, and then our Ultra Evolution series on the other side. You probably skip this other section, but then all their big TVs from all the major brands. And this is where Nick is going to be. He's going to be showing the Ultra Evolution bookshelves and the brand new 3000 Revolution sealed subwoofer, so the SB-1000 Revolution. And he'll be doing 2.1 demos over here and taking requests too. Well, they've got a full projection room over to the right where you can go in and see about a dozen different projectors on a bunch of different screens. And we have the cam in there pretty quick if we want to show that. Yeah, we are definitely running behind. So we will do that really fast. But there's all. This is typically where the Evolution product is from us. It's all been moved tonight for the demos.
So you got 17 Ultra sub up here.
Yeah, they got both of them in here, the sealed and the port.
So you can get your little taste of ported versus sealed, multiple different projector options to demonstrate as well. And I think we got to go visit the public.
And they have Prime Wireless Pro on a short throw projector.
Oh, that's the OG Prime Wireless Pro. No, it's not.
No, that is the Prime Wireless.
Yeah, yeah.
So, all right, we're moving a little quick because we're running behind them, Nick.
And then more TVs galore.
Hey guys, say hi to our Facebook and YouTube and LinkedIn and InstaFace and all that stuff too.
They even busted out the balloons. They always go red carpet treatment
Here
here.
are a lot more people now too.
Here, yeah, a little bit of traffic here.
Hey, you go
gives
do
you-
the tour and then come or do the well, actually, we'll walk through and show you what the system is just inside.
Yeah, and we'll talk through it too as well. But
Yeah.
this will be our over-the-top system here as well.
We got stuck in it. Everybody say hi, Ken. Hi, Ken. On
Great
camera.
crowd. We all know Gary too. As I was saying, they always roll out the red carpet with some nice beverage service here.
And Nick just really wanted to show this stuff back here. I mean, everything you need for your man cave or your family room.
Or your she shed,
So she shed, I was getting there too. I said family room and
shuffleboard,
hangout spaces.
pool tables, bars, all sorts of accoutrements, gun safes, everything you could possibly need for appointing your home with all the wonderful accessories. Part pool table, ping pong table, more shuffleboard. poker tables. I mean, literally, you could spend an entire day here outfitting a house. So Larry wants me to come back.
All right. Now we'll walk you through the system. So this is our main experience zone here, and we are doing a 5.2.4 home theater. And I'll follow you, man. And in here, it's all ultra evolution speakers, a pair of prime elevations. So we're running a Marantz Cinema 30 receiver to power all this. We're doing our Ultra Evolution Titan towers up front, two PB-3000 Revolution, first public showing of this product, matching Ultra Evolution center, and then in the back where Evolution tower surrounds. And we're supposed to have two pair of Ultra Evolution elevations, but only one arrived for us. So we are mixing Prime and Ultra Evolution for the high effect channel.
And they are timbre matched,
Yes,
so
they
that
are.
is not a problem.
I'll let you do that.
See, there's the prime up on one height effect, and then the ultra evolution elevation. Yeah. All right. I think we're ready to get things rolling.
SPL.
Best dressed in the night, right there. Okay, right there. Thanks. Yeah.
Good evening.
Stuff from
My name is Larry Magoo. I'm the national training manager with SVS, and I think I'm supposed to have a microphone, but let's see.
Check 1, 2.
I don't really need it. All right, we'll see. There we go. So yeah, I'm Larry, the national training manager with SVS, and just want to thank you all for coming out here to NFM tonight. This is one of our favorite retailers in the country. We didn't say that on video though, but I really love coming out here. I'm local too, so being able to hang out with all of you is awesome. And tonight, we're just happy to have you here with us. We're going to be showcasing a lot of different stuff. We'll walk you through the system here in a little bit. We've got some giveaways, drinks, fun. There's a lot of staff here that are available to help you if you've got questions too. But I'll do some introductions. And I don't know where Gary went, but tonight you have 4 members. Oh, he's behind the banner. So you have 4 members of the SVS team here tonight. You got myself, the training manager, Larry. This is Nick Brown, our VP of marketing. You see our faces all over social media. This is Ken Cadis, our director of sales. So you'll be hanging out with him tonight doing some 2-channel stuff. And I'd like to bring up Gary Yakubian. He is our president and CEO, and he'll kick this event off. And we'll get loud and have some fun and give you some question time too. Good evening. Great to see everybody. We love Nebraska Furniture Mart. This place is amazing. I don't know if you guys have been to stores like this around our country. I've never seen anything like it other than the other 2, which are in Omaha and Kansas City. What an amazing place. I feel like loading up a semi-truck with half the things in here. Unbelievable. And we love Texas as well. We love Dallas. Dallas is one of the places that embraced SBS first. So happy to be here with you. Let's have a fun night. Tonight is about, this is not an infomercial for SBS. Tonight is about a celebration of great sound in your living space. And we'll kind of get to how you got there and maybe where SBS fits into the equation. But I think rather than hear me talk too much, let's kick it off with a demo, because the demo is worth 1,000, well, at least 1,000 of my words. So Larry, you want to set this up? So if you've been to our events before, you're going to recognize this demo, but we do this one because it energizes the space really well. I'll walk you through the system in a few moments too, to explain the different parts of what you're hearing. But we really just like showcasing this one, and we are energizing over 500,000 square feet. So just kind of take that into account whenever you listen to this. It's awesome. So if this sounds good here, it will sound way better at your house. All right, you ready? Yeah. I can fall out later.
The film we are about to see has no characters. If you spare a little of your imagination, describe to you the effect of cymatic frequencies are better. Everything goes into existence solely and completely to sound.
How was that?
What'd you think? And remember, this is a big store. So if that demonstration, that track took you somewhere, if it made you feel something, let me kind of tell you what our vision is or our mission. We all have things we do all day long. It stresses us out. It could be our job. It could be other family, other obligations. And what SVS is all about, and what I think tonight is all about, is having a place in your living space where you can create sound and pictures that allow you to let go of everything else and what we call suspend your disbelief. Let yourself believe that what is happening in front of you and all around you, is really happening, that it's convincing, it's immersive. That's the joy of great sound. And I feel like our industry, the audio industry, has sort of separated people into two groups. One very small, narrow group, the audiophiles, and we'll talk about that more. Nick and I will talk about that in a bit. Those are the people that appreciate great sound. And then there's the rest of us. And the rest of us don't care about great sound. That's, I think, what the audio industry has sort of decided. And we're totally against that. We believe anyone who enjoys music or movies or great content loves great sound. And that's what tonight is about. So Larry, well, I guess we should probably first do a little housekeeping about the event. So this is the most formal part of the event. I will present, as will Larry. Nick will in a bit, and we'll talk about great sound. We'll talk about home theater first, and then we'll talk about music, what's called two-channel stereo, and then we'll bring it all together with a final home theater demo. And then we will break up, and Larry will stay here and do more home theater demonstrations. And then there are two other demonstration areas. You want to kind of point and describe what they are, Larry?
So we'll explain the system in a second, but straight back in the speaker area for the television and audio department, Nick is going to go back and showcase our Ultra Evolution bookshelf speakers and the new SB-1000 Revolution subwoofer that we just introduced a few weeks ago. So he'll do a 2.1 system for you to listen to there. And then in the far left corner of the television department, you see a big room that says Dolby all around it. Ken, wherever he went, is going to be back there.
Ken always hides.
Yeah, he's going to be in our showing off the Ultra Evolution Pinnacle, which are the largest of this line of speakers that we're showcasing here, and a really high-end two-channel room with a really nice amplifier, so you get an idea what those are capable of. And I'm just going to hang out here. And then you all entered the QR code back there at the table. That's for the giveaway that we're going to do back here in a little bit.
Can you guys hear me on this microphone as well? Just, Larry, you keep going on this, but if you pre-registered, that does not enter you for the drawing, I found out. So take a minute and go back to the registration desk if you haven't already, because it's fun to win.
Yes. And so prize-wise tonight, we've got a couple of smaller prizes and then two larger prizes and a grand prize. So the smaller prizes are just some accessories and stuff. The first larger prize is going to be a pair of our our Prime Wireless Pro powered bookshelf speakers, which retail for $900. I mean, basically all you need to make a high-res music streaming system. The next prize is going to be our brand new sealed SB-1000 Revolution subwoofer that we just introduced. They will be showing off tonight. That'll be the second big prize. And then the grand prize tonight is about an $11,000 system with a 75-inch TV, a dead 3800 receiver, full speaker wire everything, SB-1000 Pro Subwoofer, the Ultra Evolution Nano bookshelf speakers for your surrounds. That center channel with the stereo top down bin, and a pair of bookshelves for your front stage, and a pair of those white speakers as well for a full 5.1.2 home theater. We'll make sure you know what that means. It's only swing in the middle. So anything all those prizes. What are we going to do?
We're going to meet right back here, 10 till 7. So you got to be present to win. And Gary likes to say this. It's a good one. Well, just to say, the source where there's a big stuff, so
This 511.
let's make a deal together. If we call your name, you're not here.
He said we start from 7.
Let's talk about what we just heard and a lot of our mission is breaking down some like some mystery, unnecessary mystery around the incubator or what it breaks down. So Larry, can you help everyone understand how we created the immersive surround sound experience that we just demonstrated?
And so what we're playing in this area is a full-on home theater. We're gonna do some music demos too, but this is what's called a 5.2.4 theater. And most of you are familiar with 5.1, we all grew up with. And what that means, the first set of numbers is how many speakers we have around you. So up front, we have 2 of the Ultra Evolution Titan towers, which are the middle of our 3 of the flagship line. So that's our front, left, and right. That's for stereo panning, the main energy of things happening in the front of whatever you're listening to, stereo music, the energy of what's happening on screen. So that's your primary first 2 channels. And then here in the center, this is the center channel, obviously, and that's where dialogue and things that happen on screen, whether it's news or a movie, talking. And the idea here is anything you see, like when you see somebody's lips moving, that dialogue should come from right here. And all of you have experienced at home constantly turning things up, turning it down. Or if you watch Game of Thrones, you always have to turn on the subtitles. A lot of that can come along with having a more robust center channel. And that's where basically the most important part of the system comes to play for understandability. So that's your front stage.
So let me kind of characterize. I'm going to take us around the room in a minute. The front 3 speakers are creating what we call a sound stage. And the sound stage is basically an oral representation of what's on the screen or what's going on in the recording. It's basically creating sounds coming from specific points in space, from left to right, so that we can believe that what we're seeing on screen is really taking place because it corresponds with where it sounds like it's coming from to our ears. The center channel particularly does a great job of that for a couple of reasons. Number one, when a character speaks on screen, you almost always see their face and you almost always see their lips moving. So if the sound is coming from that person, that's to the convincing quality of the experience. Here's the other piece of it. You're sitting dead center. What do we call that? Anyone know? Sweet spot. We said that. Win a prize. The prize is good. So for you, you almost don't need the center channel because the stereo signal is going to be a mono signal in between, and you're going to hear the sound as though it's coming from the screen. But what about you? If you off to the side or you over here off to the side, you hearing the center channel, you're going to actually hear that sound from the screen thanks to the center channel. So this is all about creating a specific set of images that you can almost close your eyes and see where they're coming from.
So that's 3 of the 5 of the 5.2.4. Back behind you on either end of the display, we have the smaller version of these towers called Ultra Evolution Tower. You won't conventionally use a tower. You got to use like
I'm gonna beef you with the rear surrounds because we got a big space to fill.
Music, effects, there'll be background fill-in. Sometimes there's a lot of action there, which you hear it's in those moments, right? And that's to start the immersive experience. So you got 5 speakers around you for 5 surround channels. Then we go to what's called point 2. And most of you grew up with point 1 subwoofer. We are using 2. And we've got 1 on either side of the room. There's a brand new SB-1000 Revolution, it's a new 13-inch corded subwoofer, the 1200 watts. All this fun stuff we'll geek out on later. But the purpose of these is to drive the low-end energy in the room, to bring in the bass, to fill in where maybe your speakers don't go, or to do that, the crazy explosions or the deep low frequency from instrumentation and guitars and things like that, to fill in, make it more immersive, more lifelike. Because when you go to a concert or a sporting event or a movie, that's what brings in the energy. And you kind of remember that experience when you feel that punch in your chest.
So all SVS subwoofers create low frequencies beneath the threshold of audibility, meaning the low frequencies are lower than what you can actually hear. Why in heaven's name would we do that?
Feel it.
You knew, absolutely. So you can feel it, and that adds again to the sense of being there.
All right, so 5.2 and then 0.4 are these speakers you see on the wall panels. If we're doing something interesting at this show, we've actually got both our Prime series and our Ultra Evolution series. So you can see the difference in the size. It's showing that they are timbre matched. And the purpose of these speakers is what's called object-based audio, or Dolby Atmos, or ATSX. And what these speakers are allowing us to do, in sound engineers and musicians and movie directors and everything, is to place sound anywhere in the environment that they'd like. And here at DFW, you can go to AMC Dolby Cinema or Cinemark XD or some of the high-end theaters, and you'll start seeing speakers on the ceiling. And that's what this is to do. It fills in that space between the front and the back of the room, but now we can pinpoint, put a voice here or a helicopter hovering here or whatever you'd like to do to create a more lifelike experience. And whenever it first started about 10 years ago, it was like wind and rain and music. Now it's full on immersive audio where we'll have stuff that actually is pinpoint throughout the space. And we'll do some of those demos in a little bit too. So we've got 5 surround sound speakers, 2 subwoofer channels, and then 4 channels of audio up above you that's filling in this large space.
So remember that our goal is to suspend our disbelief and actually believe we're not at home, we're not in that room that we went to at the end of the day, but we are right there with the characters in the movie or the musicians. So I kind of explained what the 3 front speakers do. What the rear speakers do is create a sense of 360 degrees. Now I'm in a place. What the height effect speakers do that Larry's talking about, and by the way, you don't need 4. Most people probably just get 2. But since they're high up, now we not only have 360 degrees of sound, but we have 3-dimensional sound. It's a specific point in space. And that is all part of that suspension of disbelief and being convinced that what is happening on screen or what I'm hearing is really happening. And I'm hearing it the way that the artist or the director or the producer intended me to hear it. You know, I think one of the sad things, and we're going to talk, I don't want to steal too much of Nick's thunder, but one of the sad things about so much content that we experience is that so much of it is experienced using a device like this instead of a big screen TV and speakers the way that the director intended. And I'm streaming Netflix and watching a regular old Netflix TV show, but when I do it in my home theater in my home, it sounds like a movie theater. When I do it on my phone in the gym, it just falls to me. Okay. So I want to set this one up a little bit. This is our next demo. We've kind of painted a picture of how surround sound is created. I had a revelation about a year ago. I was invited as part of an audio industry group to go to the headquarters of Dolby Labs in San Francisco. And they have this insane, over-the-top movie theater. And they wanted to show us a new technology. And that is what's called Dolby Atmos music, which is basically taking music that many of us are used to in a stereo situation and turning it into multi-channel. And the way they do it is they go back to the master tapes, which are 8-track or 16-track or even 32-track, and they, with love, make it a surround sound experience. I kind of roll my eyes at things like that. I'm thinking I loved it in stereo. I don't need to hear it in surround sound until I heard this demo in a state-of-the-art theater. And so I remember the next day emailing Larry and other members of the team and saying, we got to show this to people. So Larry's going to do that now, right?
So what we're going to play for you is Rocket Man by Elton John, but in Dolby Atmos. And so you're going to hear this song. Everyone in here knows the song. I'm sure even this young guy up here knows it too. So all of you are going to recognize this song, but you're just going to hear it in an entirely new way. We're going to let it go almost all the way through too. So zero out, 9 a.m. And I'm gonna be high as a kite. I was the earth for a month. It's my way. It's slowly out its way. On such a time, I just fight. And I think it's gonna be a long, long time. Touchdown brings me round into fun. I'm not gonna mind if they gotta have home. Oh, no, no. I'm rockin' back, burning out the fuse off every dawn. And I think it's gonna be a long, long time till touchdown brings me round again to find another man that think I am at home. Oh, no, no, no. I'm rockin' back, burning out the fuse off every dawn. Mars ain't the kind of place to raise your kids. In fact, it's cold as hell. And there's no one there to raise them if you did. And all the science I don't understand. It's just my job, I gave away. A rocket man, rocket man. And I think it's gonna be a long, long time. Touchdown brings me round and get to find. I am at home. No, no. And I think it's gonna be a long, long time. Touchdown brings me round and get to find. I am at home. No, no, no. I'm yeah, oh. And I think it's gonna be a long, long time. And I think it's gonna be a long, long time. And I think it's gonna be a long, long time. And I think it's gonna be a long, long time.
And I think it's gonna be a long time. And I think it's gonna be a long time. And I think it's gonna be a long time. And I think it's gonna be
Fuck, what if you singing along too? So, what do you think? Yeah.
You guys only clap for the demos. You don't clap for this. Everything I'm being silly.
Pandering.
You know, I hadn't heard that for like a million years, maybe like 20, 30 years. I hadn't heard that song. And I remember hearing it when I was very young and liking it. But it, you know, hearing these things in a completely different configuration, it makes it fresh. It makes it new again. I really thought it was special. I hope you guys did too. All right, I want to bring another member of our team to work with me on our next topic.
It's off.
This is Nick Brown.
Sorry for the camera change.
I need some help from you. We need to.
You don't want to see me.
I think we need some audience help. We need some participation. Okay.
There we go. Sorry, guys. I suck at this.
We want to see if we
There we
can
go.
paint a picture of the
Not my
future
thing.
of audio and what a future audiophile, or what Nick calls the modern audiophile, what that looks like. But in order to do that, we need to define what you guys probably think of as an audiophile today. So we'll keep this easy, a series of sort of yes or no style questions here to define what the stereotypical, not pun intended, definition. I think you did intend that.
That's the first time you've made that joke, and it was really bad.
All right, let's start here. So, your typical definition of an audiophile is this person spending a little. You didn't even. You got to start with their gender. I was getting there. Is this audiophile generally male or female? Male. You sure you don't want to think about that answer? Okay. Now, is this male spending a little bit of. Oh, wait a minute. How old is this male? We're sticking to an order here, huh? Okay, so male, are they a young buck like our guy here reading Calvin and Hobbes? Is this young man what comes to mind when you're thinking of an audio? Or is it somebody more in the gray area of the line? Older or young?
Hey,
Older male. Now, is this older male spending a little bit on this hobby, or are they investing as much as they possibly can to make incremental gains? Or no, more than they possibly can. More than they can. Way too much. Now, is this older male spending a lot of money on their hobby? Are they inviting everyone into the system to turn the knobs and hit the buttons and down with the cables? I didn't even know if there was anything. No, it's generally we already defined where they're sitting, and there's only one of these sweet spots. And they're sitting there, and what's the rest of the family doing, Gary? So this is a very interesting picture that I helped you paint. You needed my help. This is our first show of the year, and I am very energized about it. I'm having a good time watching everyone and talking about what we love, which is great sound and joint content the way it was intended. But you've painted a very sad picture, in my opinion. I mean, you basically, this person, I'm sorry, but it's you in this case, sir. This person is sitting in the sweet spot between the speakers. He spent more money than he should have. He's no spring chicken. I'm sorry to say. And everyone else in the household is resenting him while he's alone in that sweet spot. That's, I think, a fair definition of the traditional audiophile. Does anyone want to debate that with us? Okay. So, well, it's our first show. We'll certainly lose any debate. I think so too. Yeah. Well, what we're coming at this with this term modern audiophile is, we want to sort of change that definition and really have it be more about your enthusiasm, your passion for great sound, and not have it be genre specific. I think even when you're talking about the music that an audiophile will listen to, it's classical chamber music, it might be jazz. Well, that's what they say. But what they do may be a different thing. That is what they say. That's right. And, when we're coming at this, we believe you can be an audiophile and love to stream Stranger Things on Netflix. You can love to play video games and get that total immersion like this guy. He's a budding audiophile right here. And it shouldn't have to be sort of this definition tied into these specific criteria. It's really about your passion and then also your desire to try to share this hobby once in a while. Well, we just came from an audio show. Our last, we're like rock stars, only without those annoying fans. You know, we go from place to place. So we were just at the Florida Audio Expo, and we were talking about audio, and there were a lot of traditional audiophiles. And a lot of what traditional audiophiles believe is they want to expose anything that doesn't deserve to be called audiophile worthy. And that's like the last thing we want to do. We think any kind of content that you enjoy deserves to be heard in its best possible form for you. And not only that, there is no minimum threshold of money you have to spend in order to become an audio. Well, wait a minute now. Come on. Okay. I mean, it starts where our lowest point. That was a joke. I mean, there's been this sort of ongoing notion that, you know, audiophiles can be very judgmental. You don't spend this much, you don't have this quality of gear, you don't qualify to be in our club. And we want to blow that up. We just want to make it a much more inclusive environment for people to just embrace great audio, which is why we do events like these, because it gets people together, it gets people talking, it helps them share their passion. And that's truly what we're trying to do beyond make great speakers. Is make this a hobby that is cool, it's embraced, it's social, it's fun, and it could be something that you can share with your friends and family and not be resented in your own household. And the way we do that is we go around the country and even, believe it or not, around the world, and we talk about the joys of great sound, and we try to make it accessible to normal people. And we also do that financially. I mean, we try to make our stuff within reach of a normal person. And, you know, this is not a product sell event. Like, we're not doing that. But I will say this is our 3000 Revolution subwoofers we just launched literally within the last few weeks. And I think what makes them so special is that they bring a level of technology never before seen anywhere near their price. Our joy is we started our kind of a higher level of price, not necessarily stratospheric, but a higher level. And we keep challenging ourselves to bring the technology to a more within reach price range, and that's what these 3000 Revolution subwoofers do, and you're experiencing that. These are actually 2 down from our top of the line, and yet we're using them to fill a 500,000 square foot store. And the other thing I was thinking about is, because just coming straight from this Florida Audio Expo, is here's my tip. Here's my tip to anyone who wants to take the plunge with this, or is here because they're interested or they want to learn more. And by the way, Larry's going to be doing demos, Nick's going to be doing demos, and Ken's going to be doing demos. In case you're wondering what I'm going to be doing, I'm just going to hang out to talk to you and answer your questions and get your feedback about SVS if you have any. But the thing that I wanted, my advice, I'm going to give you one piece of advice. I'm here in Dallas. I live in Maryland. I live in the DC suburbs in Maryland. Right now, other members of my family are almost guaranteed to be enjoying content in our home theater, or maybe I have a couple of zones. I do this for a living, so I have a few systems around the house, as you might guess. Everyone knows how to operate every system. Nobody has to wait for me, or they feel like they're going to get electrocuted if they touch it. Everybody enjoys it and doesn't need permission. And when it becomes that sort of family experience that any member of the household can enjoy, then everybody's into it and everybody's rooting for it, and nobody's worried about convincing other members of the household to do it. That's what I take away from that Florida Audio Expo. What do you think, Nick? Yeah, I think that's very well put, and I was happy to see as many couples there, families. So I did see a lot of that. I think this message that we're sharing is really resonating, and there are more people of diverse backgrounds getting into this hobby, and that's good for all of us, because music, I think, is great for the soul. In movies and entertainment, it's that suspension of disbelief. That's what we're trying to bring to more people. I do think music and the arts is probably the most unifying force we have, and I think unifying force right now is probably not the worst thing, right? I agree. All right. We're going to wrap this up with a final demo. This is a more classic configure demo, although I don't think we've done this demo at any of our events yet. So this, our first one for 26, we're going to demo. Larry, you want to set it up?
Yeah. So I don't need the mic. We're gonna jump into the movie F1, an Apple release that came out last summer. And this one is there's music. You're gonna have Led Zeppelin. You're gonna be taken to an F1 racetrack. You're gonna have the announcer all around you from the front stage. The engines all around from the cars racing by you. The dialogue will be crystal clear from the center stage, even though Brad Pitt's on a helmet and his crew are coming through a headset. It's a really fun sequence. If you haven't seen the movie, it's the most fun I've had in the theater in a long time. So really fun. And if you have Apple TV, it's streaming available to you now. There. Let me get this queued up. You'll see we still use disc, so I do have to click around a bit. And we do that because it's a higher bit rate than streaming, so you get better video and better audio. Oh, that's going to be really loud.
We want to.
And I want to fast forward. I got 2 minutes off.
BMW right down there, big shape, about brake trouble.
Thanks, Molly. You're super smart. Turn my back 1 minute.
Don't go to shit, sonny. We had attendees on. We dropped down to 7. You can just hold this low tonight. Hopefully sunrise catches you some rain. It's not even nothing here about it's holding up the phony people.
The crowds may have gone by, but the racing continues. Sonny Hayes back in the water for Pete Geico's Chipmunk Racing in the midnight shift. We all know Hayes likes to light up the night, but with the BMW at the head of this pack, he's got a massive job ahead of him. Out of the gate, Hayes straight for the window turn 3, moving up to 4th place.
He's supposed to try. Look at
Now, engine trouble for the number 12. Back moves Hayes up another spot. And if these first few laps are any indication, it appears as though Sonny Hayes may have left his brake pedal at home. Hayes sets his sights on the BMW. And he attacks. Here comes Hayes on the outside. BMW, light up the brakes. He's in the grass. Can Hayes head on? And he does. Get back in the car, you do straight down here, buddy.
So we don't spoil anything, we'll stop right there. Oh, we're gonna get louder too.
You make me want to watch the rest of this movie again. This was fun. All right. This has been great. This will conclude the most formal part of our presentation. Larry's going to stay here and do demos. Nick is going to go do a 2-channel demo back there. Ken is doing another 2-channel demo where? Over that way. And then don't forget, we are going to regroup at what time?
10 till 7.
10 till 7, without fail. We're going to draw for a bunch of cool prizes. But thanks, this has been really fun so far. And I'll be here answering questions. Thanks, everybody.
You want to hang out
Thank you.
here? Nick and I are going to finish off the broadcast.
We got a couple giveaways for our online crowd here that we'll wrap up, and then I'll head up over to the experience zone. So, Larry, we got a pair of Prime Bookshelf speakers, and the winner of the Prime Bookshelf speakers is
Randy Darst.
Randy Darst.
Randy Darst,
You got
congratulations.
new speakers coming your way, and now we have an SB-1000 Pro Subwoofer with
And this
SoundPath Subwoofer Cable.
This is going to Frank Lasavito or Lacavito. Either way, I want to make sure I say that right. So congratulations to Frank. You'll be hearing from our social media team so that you guys know how we can send this out to you. So see you all, whatever our next broadcast is in a few weeks, and keep listening.
That's it from Nebraska Furniture Mart here in the Colony, Dallas. We'll have some upcoming announcements about happy hours coming soon, so stay tuned for that. And some more live events coming your way as well. So thank you, everyone, for tuning in. We'll catch you soon. Happy listening, all.